Good evening everyone and welcome to our weekly Wednesday Facebook Live. GM Crafts, Nicola here, and I've got the lovely Anya with me. Hello Anya. We are bringing you some more exciting offers and information, lots of different crafty conversations as always, demonstrations, free cut files, and we've got some giveaway announcements too. On top of that, we want to talk to you about our new product. So we have brought out last week, whilst we were on a break, Anya and I had last week off as lives, we brought out this new product range for you, and I was very lucky to be able to provide a little demonstration video and tutorial for you, which went onto Facebook last week and is on our blog, free cut files, as well as our YouTube showing you how to use it. But I thought it'd be nice to follow that up and actually show you live, because this is so different. It's exclusive, it's unique, and it's quite revolutionary because it produces products and allows you to produce a finished item that looks like it's been embroidered. And I think that really does up the ante on your crafting possibilities to a point where you can do any number of things with this. It really is really great. So this is our Patch Twill, and it is a textured patch that you apply before you layer it with your HTV. So just to show you, this is what it looks like in the naked form. You are able to put it on HTV. You are as HTV and put HTV on it. You are also able to sublimate on it. So you print your sublimation design and then you literally apply it. After you've applied this to your garment, you then apply your sublimation design to it, and it will allow you to do so. Obviously, only the light colours would really work, because if you used the, for argument's sake, the black, then you wouldn't get a very good sublimation result. But the white and the silver are ideal, I think. And I think depends on what you're sublimating, but even the yellow and the red I think would work quite well, depending on your design, obviously. And we may look at that during another live on another week. But tonight I want to use it with HTV for you. And I actually want to show you how you can use this, because you can create some great badges, some great workwear designs, kids designs, so all sorts of different things with it, like this tonight. Now, we were making this on our goodness me, butterfingers. We made this on our TikTok. So we made this beautiful design, like a diamond ring with one of them, and then this love emblem with another one. And you could personalise. The free cut files are available for, we've got 6 patch design shapes, and I've got you 6 different free cut files for each of them. And I've created an outer border on all of them for a number of reasons, which I'll go into in a minute. But you can repersonalise this yourself. We use the word love, and the word love comes in your cut file, but you could change that. You could put somebody's personalised name. The idea we came up during TikTok with is, for example, this one as a pencil case would be ideal. Put some pens in there. You could put a name, so it might be Daphne or whatever, and put some pens there and a colouring book, and then you've got that as an ideal gift for your wedding day, for your wedding guests' children. Perhaps keep them quiet in church. You could put sweets in there even if you wanted to, or anything else, little puzzles, anything you choose. You can make a bigger bag and put more goodies in it, but this allows you to then create something that they can keep forever. Or, like Anya suggested, you could actually create this in different colourways to match your wedding colours, and you could put your bridesmaid's name on it. And again, they have it as there's lots of different cases you can get these days and bags, and they can have it as a keepsake personal case, vanity case, makeup bag. Anya said you could put the diamond like that on slippers. Yeah. You would, wouldn't you? You'd really like that. And the diamond comes in a variety of sizes, so you don't just have to use the size that we've just added. So you could use the smaller diamond and put them on slippers perfectly. So there is lots of different sizes and shapes. So as you can see with this yellow, that's a very much smaller diamond than that one. So that would allow you to create it for slippers. And then you could put a ring on there, or you could just use it as the diamond. You don't have to put the ring on it, but obviously the ring is in the free cut file that we've created for you. So you have a variety of choices, And obviously tonight I want to show you a few more ideas with it. So we also created this during the tutorial. So again, we put it as a child's name. This was for a colleague who's having a beautiful rainbow baby. So it only seemed fitting that we should create a rainbow baby badge. And that's why we have this one. So there's lots of different uses you can use it for. Clubs, you could cut them, you could even cut them. So for example, this one, you might want to cut it with scissors. Cut it very carefully because the edges will fray. The way we've got these made, they don't fray at the moment. But if you cut it, they will fray. So you would need to seal the outer edges on those for sure. Now, you don't necessarily have to seal your outer edges on the ones we've pre-made ready for you, but we think to give them good longevity and to make them stay as they are forevermore and don't get caught in your washing machine, and I just think they just look nicer, then I would suggest that you do actually overlay them very slightly over the edge. And again, that was another one we made earlier today as a practice run. I made this on this we made this gothic t-shirt a couple of weeks ago. I don't know whether you remember, I sublimated it. So we made this sublimation design and then this gothic heart with the brick, which I love. And I said to Anya, what that really needs is a diamond on it to be really gothic-y and really punky and different. And so yes, I've put a diamond on it. So I think that looks really nice, actually, the blue and the red together, but you can mix and match and make them however you want. But obviously that just gives you a couple of different ideas. Now the outer lined edges of these cut files you can keep and then use your own designs in the middle, but we thought we'd give you these cut files to use, and then you can either use the designs in the middle of the cut files that we've created ourselves, or you can create your own designs. So you've got the circular, you've got the diamond, we've talked about that. Then we had rectangles, and they again come in a variety of sizes, so you've got a variety of choices. And I've bagged these all individually to make it a bit easier to show you. So you've got these rectangles, and we created this rectangle file. And I'm seeing these on work uniforms, and they come in a variety of sizes. So you've got this medium size one, let me get it. Let me get the one of each to show you the differences. So you've got this tiny one, as I'd call it. This one first, that's your small one. Then you've got the medium and the green are here. But it all comes in all the different colour choices, so you're not just stuck with green. And then you've got the big one. Now I can see these as work badges. So it might be Peter Andrew, Deputy Manager, Green Stick Materials. And then you can put your outside border. Now, or you can do what I did, which was, this is a cut file I created this morning, weekend, blimey, where are we? I put coach, because you've got football coach, you've obviously got different team badges that are ideal for your clubs and your groups. And so I created the coach badge, and that's one of your free cut files tonight. But you don't have to use the word coach, but obviously you can use that outer edge border for it. And then once you've done that, you can actually then cut it and lay it over your design. And then you can just reshape it. Or if you want to just use that cut file as it is, which is what I created this one sized for, then you can just reuse that as it is as the word coach, or you can just use this outer border to create with just normal HTV. So you've got your rectangle, you've got your circle, you've got your diamond. Then we have a lovely... What did I call this earlier? Oval. Goodness me. Oh. I was losing my marbles.
I'll go back to the crest then.
No, oval. So we've got the oval design. And again, I've done you a design for that, which I've put over here very carefully. And that is... I haven't even finished reading this one. I was that excited earlier.
Yeah.
Bear with me, I'm just getting it.
Do you have a question?
Yeah.
Are the twills iron-on?
Yes, they are. You can heat press them or iron them on, and I will show you in a moment how to do that. So the other one I've got, which I've not finished weeding, so I was in the middle of doing the live and then we got distracted and doing something else, is this oval, which goes on here, and it's two beer glasses clinking together and says cheers to you. So that's another cut file. And again, you could take out the middle bits and just reuse this outer edge and put your own design in there should you wish. So there's your oval. And then we've got square. So the square, which I think is very popular, already been very popular from the few that we've been showing over the last week. So I've already used a couple. I've used the red and the yellow out of this pack already. You're right over there, Anya.
Another question.
Yeah.
Do they come in packs or just individuals?
Individuals, which gives you the ability to mix and match. And the more you buy, the cheaper it is, because obviously everything comes with free postage. So we offer you a multi-buy discount for the more you buy. And don't forget to use this Summer 10 discount code, which will give you 10% off everything across the entire website. And I mean everything, until midnight, Sunday, the 3rd of July. So that 10% discount across the entire website until Sunday, midnight, that's the 3rd of July. And you can literally buy a Brother Scan and Cut, a Cry Cut Maker, a Cry Cut Joy, a Silhouette Cameo 4, an Easy Press, a Mug Press, vinyl, sublimation printer, sublimation inks, consumables, blades and mats, accessories, tweezers, anything at all. Obviously vinyl, card, craft blanks, and you'll get that 10% discount. And also, we have 3 items in our HTV section that we've managed to negotiate an incredible discount on already, so that we've put them in a sale for you. So there is Flock, there is Eco Vented, and there is Glitter Eco. We managed to get a really good price off those from the manufacturer, so we've been able to pass that saving on to you until stocks last. So when it's gone, and that sale will go. So and then it will go back to full price. So we just managed to get a small amount of material on that code discount. So that is discounted anyway on the website, and you can still use that Summer 10 discount code. And don't forget the clearance section. I don't know whether you had a look in there recently. There's a couple of nice, interesting things always pop up in that clearance section. So again, keep your eye out for that. And if you're going to use that this week before Sunday at midnight, then use that Summer 10 discount code.
We have a few more questions coming through.
Yeah.
So sticking on the theme of the twills, how much are they? And I've just checked, and it is £3.60.
They vary in price, don't they?
Yes.
Depending on how many you buy.
I'm looking at the biggest one.
Yeah. So the biggest one,
Diamond.
if you buy more than one, it reduces in price, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not loading.
You've got issue with our signal here.
Yeah, it can go up to from £3.60 all the way down to £1.89.
Yes, so if you the more you, how many is that? £1.89 each. How many do you have to buy? Does it tell you?
25.
Yeah, so if you buy a larger amount, 25, then they're £1.89 each.
If you buy 2 to 4.
If you buy 2 to 4,
£2.30.
£2.30. And what size and shape is that?
That's diamond.
That's the big diamond.
It's the biggest one on the
Yeah, that's the big diamond there. So they do vary in price, but they are mix and match, and you can buy more and save more because of that free postage that we put in there for you. So they do work out really good value actually. And you can cut them, but if you cut them, you've got to remember to overseal the edges by ensuring that your cut file sits over the edge of the vinyl. Over the edge of the patch, especially if you've cut them. I mean, we think you should anyway, just because it keeps them in a really good, neat order then, and you don't get any seam edge on the garment you've pressed. So this is another one of the free cut files that comes with this tonight. And again, it's the square, so you don't have to use the football and the football boot and the word goal. You could put a person's name, which we did in the tutorial last week, or you can keep the word goal, or you can get rid of those and just use the square as your design edge, and then you can put whatever you want in the middle. The choice is entirely up to you. And of course you can also sublimate, so that's something to be aware of. And talking of the edges, if you seal the edge, it gives you, so cut it slightly, design your design slightly bigger. And I would suggest, for argument's sake, on this circle, it's a 10 centimetre wide circle. So you would put your overall edge design at 10.5 centimetres on your software. So 0.5 centimetres to give you an extra width, and that will allow that seam edge allowance and seals it perfectly, so you end up with a seamless edge from the patch to your vinyl to the t-shirt or whatever you're applying it to. And it really does make it look quite professional doing that. So you've got the square, and then the last cut file is, what did you call this, Anya? Crest. Yes, you are. Crest. So we've created a crest cut file for you tonight. Best teacher. So it's a crest cut file with the best teacher wording and an apple. But again, you could change that to whatever you wanted, but that's what we're going for tonight on our cut files.
Drifting off of this topic quickly,
Yep.
next question. Have you done anything with the Cry-Cut mug press?
Yes, there's a couple of Cry-Cut mug presses tutorials last year. There's one making sublimation sheets, so it was Halloween mugs.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's the Halloween.
Yeah, that's in our YouTube and it is in our blog. Yeah,
Yes.
that is, yes. I mean, predominantly we focus on our own mug presses because they're ours and we obviously prefer them for various reasons, including the fact that they are much more suited for people with manual dexterity issues, because you literally just gently touch the button, the clamp closes automatically, you haven't got to press that lever down, and it does its own timer, and then obviously the clamp opens fully by itself again, you haven't got to release anything, and then you can just lift your mug out. And we do a horizontal as well, which we've got video demonstrations on the website and on your YouTube. And again, that is a horizontal one, so you can actually use it to put your tumblers through if you so desire, as well as mugs as well. So, yeah.
They're called Patch Twills.
Yes, somebody asking what these were called. Patch Twill. And it's a revolutionary idea, I think. It really does help elevate your vinyl designs.
I could have done with these a long time ago.
Do you know what? School uniforms is getting really expensive. And it never more so now than ever. I mean, I was looking the other day. Thankfully, our children are adults now, so I haven't got to concern myself with that. But that'll be Anya's problem in a few years' time, I'm sure. She'll be moving into children and school uniform costs. But I was reading a post the other day somebody put on Facebook, and they were saying that their school jumpers are over £20.
Oh goodness, that's expensive.
It is expensive. And the school try and insist that they do it. And then this lady said, no, that's against the law. They're not allowed to insist that you do it. They can say that you must make it look similar. And this lady actually managed to approach the school, and they allowed her to cut the logo herself.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah. So as long as it was the right colour jumper and it was the right logo, she was allowed to do it herself.
well, a lot of the school jumpers these days are the same sort of blue shade, I've noticed. A lot
Blue or like,
burgundy.
but yeah, I was about to say burgundy, yeah.
That's becoming more and more popular.
Yeah.
It's blue and red colour.
Yeah, so if you know, school jumpers is your thing and that's something that bothers you, then approach school and just say, I'm sorry, I can't justify that. My local supermarket, obviously I can't say which one, every little helps. It does though, doesn't it? They sell these school jumpers, replica colours and shapes and sizes for about £3.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah. And then especially if you're crafty minded, you could club in with some of the mums and use some of these patch twills and create some really good, you know.
Do a fundraiser.
Do a fundraiser even. Or you could approach school and say that you'll make the patch twills for them, so that because schools are realising that times are tough for people. So there are, you know, there's that alternative idea as well. And then obviously you're moving into workwear, which I think these would be great for. Name badges, great for sports clubs. It really is some really good sort of uses that you can use these for. Not just things like weddings that we were just discussing earlier, which I think in itself, it just gives you an extra finish that not everybody else is offering. And I think, especially at the moment, we need to be doing that, don't we? So, going back to these, would you like to see how to make one? I'll just get some vinyl because I want to cut. Now, what would you like to see? Would you like to see the teacher? Would you like to see the diamond again, but in a different way? I could do that for you. Or you've got the football goal. I actually quite like the idea of doing the football goal on a sports bottle, because you could put a children's name or a club's name, especially if you've got, you know, I know of 3 members of staff that are at just our place, and there's only a few of us really, that have got children in sports clubs, so you could actually put the sports club's emblem, you could put the child's name, and you know, water bottles are very unhygienic if they get shared around. So I think the more chance you've got of personalising them, the better really. Right, I'm just looking for my...
You've lost it.
I've lost it. Which is not unusual, guys, I have to tell you. I lose
Gone
things.
out the window.
It's not gone. I've had to have the window open because it's boiling in here. Right, so I'm going to do this one first and then we'll move on to the next one, I think. So I want to, this water bottle, they're really popular at the moment. What do you think to these water bottles with their carabiners and their slip covers? Would you like to see us bring you them?
They'd be great for sports stuff.
Oh, aren't they just? Again, yeah.
Keep them cool.
Keep them cool. You put ice in them.
It's coming up soon.
Yeah, it's sports day is coming up soon. So yes, very good idea. Right, so I'm going to put a carabiner one on there, but I want to then, you could, because it's all very well having the design in the on the sleeve, but you also want it on the child's bottle as well, don't you? But that's self-adhesive, so how are we going to do that? Anybody's seen it before? You'll see that I've done it before with you, but I'll show you that in a moment. So something quite simple. I like that. What do you think? White, grey, shout out. Oh, blue on blue, that's different. Not very punchy, I'm not very keen on that. Black, definitely not. Green, not great for that one, is it? So it's white or grey, I think. What do you think, guys? White or grey? White.
Just waiting for them to come through.
I've already used the yellow and the red patch, otherwise I'd have used that.
Yes.
That'd have been quite nice, actually, wouldn't it? While they're deciding, I put some of this on the live during TikTok. I just want to revisit that. Talking of school, before I move on and forget, did you see this 2 weeks ago during our live? Free cut file, class of 2022. We designed this. Can you see that on the camera? Because I can't see, my head's in the way. We designed this for you to put on kids' t-shirts mainly, but obviously we can also do it on these sports bags that we sell. And then we used our fabric markers, which you can give to your kids to use, and they can get their friends to draw on their shirts, jumpers, t-shirts, whatever it is you wish to send them in. And then when they come home, if you give it an iron, that's it. It will live forever. So we figured that was a really good idea for the class of 2022, not just for school. And, you know, universities, colleges, lots of different places like that. Even preschool and things these days, people like to create keepsakes.
We've got 2 for grey, 1 for white.
2 for grey, 1 for white. She's quiet over there in the corner today, isn't she?
Diamond, please. They're all getting mixed in between my replies now.
Ah.
Zigzagging, isn't it?
You want to see a diamond, was that, guys?
One said football and one said diamond.
Well, we'll do the football first, and then we'll do the diamond.
Okay.
How about that? So, just want another football sticker. So I pre-cut this earlier. Just want to weed this last one with you, and then we can make this to stick on the bottle as well. So obviously if you were putting little boy's name on it or little girl's name on it, because it's not just boys that play football, then you can turn this, and I'll show you in a minute how you turn it into self-adhesive, because it's very simple and works just as well. So you're right over there, aren't you?
Yeah, I was just going to say comments down below if you'd like me to send you the links.
Yeah, to comment if you want the links for these free files. We've got 6 free files, 1 for each of the different patch twills, so that you've got, and you can use those borders so you can create your own designs as well as ours. But these borders give you the perfect finish and result afterwards. If you cut these to 0.5 of a centimetre, so 5mm larger than your patch that you've chosen, then it will create an overlapped edge and seal them, which makes them sit perfectly flawlessly with that garment or item that you're applying them to. And what that then does is it allows it to be sealed permanently, so when it goes in the wash you haven't got it catching, and it just makes it look more professional. And I'm struggling under my lights tonight to see, because I'm having to hold this over the Prycut light pad at a funny angle, because it's very funny light in here tonight. I think we're going to have a thunderstorm.
Yeah, it's gone very purpley.
Orange.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's showing on camera. It shouldn't do because I've got my studio light. But it's making...
Maybe that's why it's gone so warm.
Yeah, it could be why it's gone so... It's gone very warm tonight. What's it like where you all are, guys? What part of the country are you in? What have you been making this week? Now, I'm dying to know, and we need to do that competition prize winner announcement, Anya. Don't let me forget.
Oh gosh,
Yes. Any of you coming to Crafting Live next weekend? Not this weekend, it's next weekend, the 9th and 10th of July. Tell us. Come and say hi to the stand. Unfortunately, Anya and I will not be there.
Boo.
Boo. Tell the guys if you miss us.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. Right. So there's your football. Where's Anya and Nicola? Right, so I'm going to turn one into self-adhesive, one into HTV. So we'll do the HTV one first because that's the obvious choice. And then we'll talk about diamonds after that. You're right over there, Anya.
I'm okay, yeah.
Right, so I've used the gloss HTV. So are we going white or grey? Did anybody...
Well, it's inconclusive. It's very 50-50.
50-50. I've got to make it up as I go along then. Is that what you're telling me? Right, we'll go white then. So, have you seen our mini crafty press? Absolutely love this. It is brilliant. It's designed specifically in mind to keep it as a straight, square edged press so that you can do the bigger designs and move it in different directions without the risk of overpressing because of an unusual shape to it, which is ideal. For normal HTV, you would put it on. So you press the button to press it in. Put it on twice, and that will bring us to the second light while it heats up. This, under normal circumstances, with free delivery, is $31.99, an absolute bargain. But don't forget that summer 10 discount code, which will give you 10% off of that until midnight Sunday night, the 6th of July. 3rd of July. Heavens, 3rd of July, 2022. So do make use of that summer discount code. We're going to preheat, this is already warmed up lovely, so we're going to preheat our bottle wrap. So just for 10 seconds, it removes any residual moisture. I know we talk about this quite often when I'm on a live with you, but it really does help make a difference when you're applying any HTV. So get your Patch Twill, decide if your grain is going to go that way, so horizontal or vertical, before you apply it. I always use a silicone sheet to protect it, and that just keeps it clean and keeps that glossy finish. And then you press 5 seconds on the front. You right over there?
Yeah, I accidentally clicked on the wrong thing.
Oh dear. And then once you press 5 seconds on the front, turn it over and press for 15 seconds on the back. And make sure you use firm pressure, especially when you're pressing through an item like this, because you need to get that pressure on it. It's very quiet for 15 seconds. Once that's applied, don't panic if you get a press mark, because that will come clear once you've finished. Then get your vinyl that you're going to apply it to. Now I've cut this 0.5 of a mil, centimetre, sorry, so 5 mil wider than the actual design itself. And the reason I've done that is to seal those outer edges forever. Stops anybody picking at it, stops it catching on your, especially with it being on a carabiner. If it's hung on your trousers, you don't want it catching on the lip as you're rubbing it past your trousers or skirt or bag. Yeah, exactly, bag. So it just keeps it long lasting and makes it look clean and tidy and crisp and professional. And it always reminds, when you do it like that, reminds me of one of those old Cubs or Brownies badges that you used to get. So I'm using gloss HTV for this because I like gloss. It's got a really nice high sheen to it. And I'm pressing one area once only for 8 to 10 seconds. Covering it with the silicone paper. Don't use Teflon. Teflon can create a heat trap or it can deflect the heat. Either way, it's not good. So we always recommend that you use silicone paper. And that just gives you a more controlled protection over your vinyl project when you're working on it. And again, if you press in sections like that, just quickly run over it afterwards, because that, while it's still warm, removes any of the press marks where in between where you've pressed the press, if you follow me. So that, I believe, has taken beautifully. And
that's an idea.
What's the idea? Can you see that?
On a hat, like a bucket hat.
Oh yeah,
Loads of
bucket.
different
Yeah,
patches
loads
all
of patches.
around
You
it.
used to get things like that when we were kids.
Yeah.
You used to be able to collect badges when you went places, didn't you? And it'd be nice to be able to do that for your kids. Create memories. So get the little round ones, get the little square ones. And go when you go on holiday, create one for each trip that you go on or day out. That'd be nice for my mum actually.
Seaside,
Yeah.
park.
Yeah.
Like
Or you could do it as reward badges.
Oh, it's awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking. I want a reward badge.
Yeah, I'm off to get a hat.
Yeah, I'm going to send the boss an email. Can I have a reward patch?
And can I have a bucket hat?
Can I have a bucket hat, please, for my next live? So there you go. So that's it applied to the bottle wrap. And obviously you could pop your bottle in there and you could put whoever's name it is on there, and that'd look lovely as it is, wouldn't it? It's great. But then what happens when the bottle comes out? Well, how about we create one to put on the bottle and make it into self-adhesive? Do you fancy that? Let's do that. So, because we're not applying it, I thought I had something under my mat. Yeah, squeegee. Because we're not applying it to an item, I'm not going to preheat and pre-press it. But obviously, what have I done with the other piece that I cut, Anya? Oh, it's there. On my weeding board. It's all right, I've got it.
It's gone 8:30.
Ooh.
I'm here to remind you about the announcement.
Okay.
Just in case it gets too late.
Thank you.
We'll do this soon.
We'll do it soon. So bear with us. We will be doing a prize draw announcement. So when you're turning this into self-adhesive, you've got to be a bit clever. So get it and line it up perfectly on your layer ready. So I just want to make sure it's absolutely square. And turn it over. Put it on a silicone sheet because the glue won't stick to the silicone sheet. And press your vinyl without much pressure. A little bit of pressure. And bearing in mind this needs 8 to 12 seconds to completely cure or set. And same routine with anything with vinyl. Always leave it for a minimum of 24 hours before you use it, because that way it degasses correctly and you get a better finish and it won't wash off with HTV. So, you're right over there, Anya?
Yes, I'll tell you later.
Okay, so I've now turned my patch ready. Now, you wouldn't do this when applying it as a HTV patch. You would put the patch on like I've just shown you when we did this one. But this is to turn it into self-adhesive, so it's slightly different. So, can you see the adhesive has already started to melt on there? Now, obviously, that if you went to put it on a garment won't work so well now, so we need to use this as a self-adhesive. So I've put my patch together ready, and then the last job I need to do is actually turn it into self-adhesive, and it's very easy to do. We do this wonderful product, which I know if you've joined us on a regular live you will see me use time and time again, but it's good to remind you. Our transfer adhesive sheets, and we also sell it in rolls. This is like nirvana for me. It does so many different things. It can use it for flock, you can use it for glitter, you can use it for embossing powders to create embellishments. There's so many things you can do with it, but one of the really good things you can do with it is turn HTV into self-adhesive, and this is how. You're right over there, Anya.
That's a good idea.
What's that?
Teddies.
Teddies. Oh, yes. Put it on a bear's belly, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a little patch on their feet.
Yeah, on the feet, yeah.
Yeah, and you'll do little names on it.
What about poorly bears? So,
Oh,
you know when you go to the hospital and you get a poorly bear, you could get some of these patch twills and crisscross them for plasters.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Right, sorry. Turning self-adhesive into HTV. So, transfer adhesive sheet. Got to turn the corner to reveal the adhesive, and literally take my patch, put my patch on the adhesive, get my squeegee, like you would self-adhesive, rub that on the back. Now ideally you need to have pre-surface prepped this with rubbing alcohol so that it's perfectly usable. Peeled it off there. there. Ooh. That's it.
Do you sell the bottle holders you are using?
Not presently. Would you like us to? It's something I keep meaning to raise with the team. They're not sure. Last time we discussed it, they weren't sure if they'd be very popular. I think they would. What do you think, guys and ladies and gentlemen? Do tell me. So there you go. We have created a self-adhesive patch out of the Patch Twill, using HTV to decorate it first, so that it matches our sports bottle, and you could put anything on you like. And that's one of the free cut files from tonight. But obviously you can modify this free cut file. You can put whatever you like in the centre of it. You can modify it, put your whatever name or anything else you like on it, and just use the outer frame to finish your design off. But there you go. What do you think of that idea? So, do you still want to have a diamond?
We have a question.
Yeah, you go for it.
Would that be dishwasher proof?
No.
Dishwasher, I read that right.
Dishwasher proof, no. I wouldn't recommend anybody put stuff in the dishwasher when they're using vinyl, self-adhesive wise or HTV wise. I know people do. Anya is the biggest culprit in our house for it. She puts everything in the dishwasher, don't you, Anya?
Yeah.
She does. And if any of you have seen, I made Anya a bottle like this last year with a unicorn transfer, iron-on transfer, and I used some of that transfer adhesive with you're still going, and she puts it in the dishwasher regularly. But our dishwasher runs on an eco setting, so it doesn't get that hot, and we use eco products, so maybe we get away with it. But it isn't something we wholeheartedly recommend, because we can't control the products that you're putting into the dishwasher or the temperature settings that you're using. But so hopefully that answers. But once that's been left for 24 hours, you can hand wash that, no problem at all. And that's something that we do recommend. So hand washing is definitely the way forward. But obviously if you wish to dishwasher like Anya, then that's entirely up to you. But we don't encourage it, because you can over time damage it. But Anya's answer is it doesn't matter if it falls off, because I can redo it for her. So she's...
That is also true.
Yeah, it is true. So so she's not really that worried. So she puts it in the dishwasher anyway. But obviously that is up to you. And the other thing is, a lot of bottles don't like the dishwasher.
No, they don't. They come out with a film.
Yeah, it creates like a film on them. And glasses.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it really is up to you. Right, so, would you like a diamond? Would you like us to make another diamond? Or would you like us to show you the teacher's emblem? Or something else? Whatever we don't make tonight, I will do as a video for you over the next week or so. So don't panic if you think you might miss out. You won't. I will do it for you. And those free cut files will be available for you, obviously, for all of them. So shall we go diamond or shall we go teacher? Do we have an opinion before I cut anything? She's gone quiet over there, ladies and gentlemen.
Me, I'm just refreshing.
Are you telling Anya what you want?
They want the bottles. Yeah, I've got.
They want the bottles, okay.
Yeah, that's what they want.
I shall raise that tomorrow. What about teacher's pet? Do you want a teacher's emblem? I'm going to go teacher at this rate.
Yeah, they're flying fast enough.
No.
I'm not going to get on it. Oh, it's crashed on me.
It crashed on you again. Anya has a habit of killing the lives.
I do.
Not the live itself, but the
Oh, teacher, love the teacher.
teacher. We do have some teacher files already on the website. And of course, have you seen our free cut file section? Oh, while we're working that out, let's talk about the prize draw.
Yeah.
Where have I put those printed?
There's oh no,
They're
the
that, no, they're the other ones.
They're already done.
Oh, no, where have I put
They're
them?
not there, are they? Or did you bring them over there? I thought they were there. Or am I imagining it?
Yeah, you're imagining it. I thought I put them there ready.
Oh, no.
Oh no, technical glitch.
Oh, what's that down there?
Ah, there you go. That's one. Where's the other one? Oh no, it's okay. I can rescue it. I've got it on the phone.
Yeah, bring it.
Okay. So let's do the prize draw tickets first. Anybody going to Crafting Live next weekend? Are you going to Crafting Live next weekend? We have more notifications for, more tickets, sorry. Goodness me, notifications. It's because I was reading what's on my phone then. We've got more tickets available for you to win, and we will do another prize draw next week. And just so that you are aware, this was the draw we did this week. I'm just finding the picture so I can show you. Bear with me a moment. So this was the picture for the prize draw for the tickets this week post. We did a couple of posts through Facebook to win a free ticket. And if I get over 100 responses by next week on next week, the draw, I will do another one of these posts over the next coming days. Then I might be persuaded to do 2 free tickets, but only if I get over 100 entries. So last week's winner, it's amazing this is actually, the only person who commented was our design team member, Tia. So Tia, I will be sending you free tickets for Crafting Live. Thank you for joining in. Everybody else ignored the post. They liked it, but nobody replied. So, yeah, I know. Can you believe that?
Maybe they live far away.
Maybe they live far away. So, Tia, I will be contacting you tomorrow to sort out your free tickets. So don't worry about that. And actually, it's very well deserved because Tia sends us some lovely pictures of things that she's made for us using our vinyl. And she's brilliant. I send her all my scraps and she turns it into beautiful things. And then she sells those beautiful things to raise money. She's been raising money for breast cancer now for the last 2 years. Last year, and she can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think she raised something like £7,000, which is incredible from all the stuff.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, and she's doing it again this year. She's also, at the minute, been concentrating her fundraising efforts for Ukraine. And she shared some of her free cut files with us a little while ago. I don't know whether remember, I'll try putting my teeth in, remember whether you saw that or not, ladies and gentlemen. But you are welcome to ask if you want Tia's Ukraine files. There were sunflowers with blue and yellow using our stained glass. In an actual fact, I've got one here. I'll show you. In my box. My mystery box, bear with me, you'll hear some clanging and clattering as I dig it out, but I do think it is recognising because Tia does do some beautiful work for us and she sends me her pictures all the time and all she asks for is a bit of vinyl, which, oh no, it's stuck, there we go, I've unstuck it. So this is one of the files that she allowed and gifted us. There was 3 that she did. How amazing was that? So we turned it into a glass brick. Don't know whether you've seen it, guys.
I put the Ukraine design on my caravan casing.
Oh, wow, Kay, that would have been amazing. Please send us a photo. I'd love to see that, even if you don't want us to share it.
I can't remember if it was her or not that has shared it with us, or if it was the Rose and it was a different customer. It's been a long time since then now.
It does feel like a long time.
Does.
A lot's happened.
A lot now.
Yeah, it has. So Tia, please do bear with us and I'll contact you regarding that tomorrow. And if I forget, send me a message because I do kind of get a bit busy. And then we did another prize draw this week, which, where's my phone? There. And that was to win £10 credit to spend with us. Ooh. So, I've got the winner for that. And the lady that's won that, this was the post, for those of you that can see. I printed this a minute ago, but it didn't print very well. In fact, where is the printout? Printout's here, isn't it? Did a screen grab of the randomiser, and that's what it gave me. It was terrible, so apologies. So this was the prize draw announcement. Ooh.
Where is the show?
Doncaster. And the winner for the £10 credit with us is Hayley Wild. Sorry, I'm desperately trying to find out how to show you that on screen. It's very difficult from upside down. So Hayley Wild, if you please send us your details. If you've not created an account with us with a password, please do so and then send us your email address and we'll credit your account with us for £10. And do watch out for the next prize draw announcement for that over the next coming days. And every entry will be counted, so do tag your friends in it. If you tag your friends in it, that will be a bonus entry for you and a bonus entry for your friend. If you share it, that will be another bonus entry. And if you comment, that's how you enter. And once you've commented, you can either comment with a picture or tell us what you'd like to see on a live or what you'd like to see as a cut file design idea. or anything else that you'd like to share with us. And we'd love to hear from you. So do join in. We do love that interaction. It's been a bit quieter this week, so I'm presuming you've all been very busy. Are you all right over there, Anya? Yeah?
Do I need to own a cry-cut machine to use the heat press, or can it be used as a standalone heat press?
No, you don't need to own a cry-cut machine to use the heat press. There are different heat presses. So for argument's sake, our mini press, you don't need to own anything. That's a standalone press, doesn't need anything at all. Same with the Crycut's mini press, although this is obviously significantly cheaper, and I prefer the shape of our plate that we've had designed. But the Crycut Easy Press, you just need the Heat app, which you download to your phone from Crycut, and that talks you through, and we've got a video actually on our YouTube if you want to see that, setting it up, and then you don't have to use that after then. You could just use it freestyle if you don't want to use the app. And the same with the hat press, and then the auto press, which is that gigantic press that they do, the really big one. That doesn't need, it just needs setting up on Crycut Design Space once, and then you can use it. And then again, you don't have to use the app, the Design Space either. It will use as a standalone, as well as using their software if you want to. So absolutely not, you don't have to have a Crycut machine to use a Crycut press. And the same with the mug press, you have to set that up the first time in the software on the computer, and then it will work standalone on its own. Our mug presses, you don't need to do that. It just, you switch it on, you press the button, it closes, it does its thing, it opens by itself, and you just take your mug out, which we designed deliberately because we think it makes it a bit easier for you. But of course, that is entirely up to you. So I'm going to make a teacher emblem.
They did vote for teacher.
They did vote for teacher.
Yes,
I had a feeling from the way you were fidgeting that that's what you were going to say.
I was getting excited. I was waiting for a chance.
Anya likes teacher stuff.
I do.
She really does. So teacher. I'm just looking for my green vinyl, which I've just literally put to the side of me. I'm losing the
Michelle
plot.
will be happy. She says she's going to make something for her grandson.
Oh, that's
I was
brilliant.
hoping you'd choose teacher.
Oh, excellent.
But that's what the majority voted anyway.
Okay, well, we'll go with that then. I'm just turning my laptop on.
Gone to sleep.
It's gone to sleep. It does this to me every live.
It does actually.
It does, every
It never
live.
goes to sleep.
It's like it gives up on me. There's no need for that, is there? I mean, I think that's just abuse.
Or it's the heat.
Could be the heat in here, actually, couldn't it? So, teachers you can make all sorts with. So, how we discussed earlier that you could make the teacher design, you could, when we made it into self-adhesive for the water bottle, obviously you can do the same again for a notebook. So you could turn it into self-adhesive and actually put that badge on a notebook for your teacher, or your football or wedding or anything at all. But that's one thing you can do with it. Just getting this up, making sure I've got the apple, which I have. So bear with me, I'll just get my mat. Use the gloss green. So this is the gloss, because I love the gloss. The gloss gives us a really nice shiny design. And because, especially when you're mixing it with this Patch Twill, goodness me, my desk is getting a mess today. The Patch Twill design, woven design really does set itself off, I think, with this gloss vinyl. But obviously, you could use it with Eco, you could use it with any of our vinyl. And obviously on this one, just so that you can, while we're waiting for that to load itself, we used holographic, we used the gloss orange, the gloss black, turbo green, and then we used our hollow gold glitter, which was leftover remnant scraps of when I did the Jubilee boxes, and then the blue holographic. So you can mix and match these with any vinyl. And actually, if you wanted to turn just the patch into self-adhesive, then you could do that, and then you could put a self-adhesive border on it. You wouldn't necessarily want to stick self-adhesive to the patch itself, you still need to use HTV. But if you're covering the outer edge, you might get away with self-adhesive, but I would recommend doing it the way we've just done on this one. Make the self-adhesive, make the patch with your HTV, and then use that transfer adhesive at the end to turn it into self-adhesive. We do have a project showing you how to use self-adhesive, transfer adhesive to turn self-adhesive, making a dinosaur bottle on our blog. So if you want the link to that, then Anya can send you that as well. So you've got both. Right. I've cut a rainbow and I've cut my apple. The sizing of this seems to be strange tonight. Yeah, it looks like it. We'll find out in a minute. I might be wrong. Right, where's me weeding pad gone? It's right in front of me.
It's under your mat.
Yeah, it's right in front of me.
Just lay it, not the
Yes.
Where's Wally? That's it.
Yeah, where's Wally? Hunt the craft materials.
That's it. Hunt the craft materials. You could make that a series.
Could make it a series, couldn't we?
Entertaining.
Right, so this was the black gloss that I cut earlier. Just going to cool my fingers down. I've got an ice pole, believe it or not, to cool my fingers down because it's so warm in here.
Or other people call them ice pops.
Ice pop.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Because when I first heard the word ice pole, I had no idea what she was on about.
Yeah, Anya was quite disgusted when I called it an ice pole.
But it does make sense now. I've seen it.
Come on, guys, what do you call it? Look, it's here. I want to know what you call it now.
Look, it's defrosted.
It's defrosted. It's that warm in here, and you only just put it on before, brought it through before the live.
Yeah.
What did you used to call these when you were kids, or what do you still call them now? Ice poles, we used to call them.
I don't know what we used to call them, to be honest. Isn't that bad? I don't know. Ice stick, maybe. But then that's so different to saying.
Anya's Welsh, so maybe they called you. Did you call it different?
Maybe, yeah. I'm trying to think. I can't think back to what I would have called them. Probably something. I'd have to ask my dad. He'd tell me. Gone quiet now.
I have gone quiet.
Oh, we're getting votes in now. Ice pop, ice pole, ice pole, ice pop. Ice on top. I think I read that wrong. Yeah, it's either ice pop or ice pole by the looks of it.
See, I told you I wasn't going mad.
Oh no, I believed you, but I've never heard it called ice pole before. Oh, tip top.
Tip top.
That's Michelle. I can't remember if it's Michelle that has family in Ireland or not.
I think she does actually.
I can't remember, so sorry if I'm wrong.
Apologies.
But I've never heard of tip top either, for sure.
Well, the answer is it's not worked because my hands are still far too warm. It melted.
Oh yeah.
I need an ice block at this rate.
Yeah, ice block. Yeah.
The trouble is, I get really hot and then everything sticks to my fingers. I'm just trying to do it without lifting it off my finger. Nearly there. There we go. So, oh, I've left me A in. Getting there, nearly there. That's better. It's because the tweezers stick to my fingers. Best teacher. Right, so we've got the best teacher bit. And then I need an apple. And we're going to put the best teacher on. That's what I'd like to know. Do you want to put it on a little pencil case? I've got another pencil case, actually. It'd be quite a nice thing for a teacher to have, wouldn't it? Pencil case. She's gone quiet over there, guys. That usually means trouble, you know. What have you found, Anya?
Nothing. I'm just tallying how many people said ice pop versus ice pole.
Ah, see. Right. Don't forget your summer 10 discount. 10% off absolutely everything off the website until midnight on Sunday. I'm just trying to tidy up my desk because it's getting rather untidy on here again.
Dino bottle. Did you mention something with a dino bottle?
Yeah, so it's a tutorial on the blog.
Oh, yes.
Showing you how to make the same design in HTV and then turn it into self-adhesive on the bottle.
Oh,
yeah.
I was thinking dino bottle, but I missed something. I must have been concentrating about ice pops.
Right, so I've got one of these pencil cases. Would you like these? What other blanks would you like us to stock on the website, guys? So whenever I use these pencil cases, I always put a piece of silicone paper inside, and the reason I do that is to stop it sticking, because they've got a wax coating inside. So top tip, there you go, and then I need a Patch Twill. If I could find where I put the badged ones on it, that would be very helpful. Found them. Yep, found them. So then, best teacher. We've got a green apple. We've got black writing, so we could go for a red emblem. That might be nice. Red. We're going back to questioning on what colours you'd like to see. Red.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go again.
My favourite.
Anya's favourite green. Actually, no, we can't have green because we've got a green apple. Look.
You can't have green. See,
No.
you've been anti-green today. Everything you've done.
Sorry.
Been against the green.
Sorry. So red.
Can you put HTV on a cool bag as they have a file liner? I don't know if I'm reading that wrong.
Foil liner, I think she means.
Yeah.
Depends on the bag. I brought one last year and it was Hessian, and then it had a cotton front panel. So what I did was and it was a front panel pocket. So what I did was I put some of this baking paper or parchment paper, silicone paper, between that and the bag and the front pocket, and then I used our turbo for a 3-second press, and it was absolutely fine. So I would recommend, if you're going to do it, use the turbo HTV, because that's a 3-second press at a lower temperature, so you're going to have far less issues with causing any damage. But if there's any chance of any risk at all, do a patch test if you can. Not always easy. It's mainly to do with whether the bag will take the heat. More than anything, and make sure that you give it plenty of pressure if you do it, so that it adheres at that quick speed. So I don't like the blue. Maybe yellow, actually, Anya.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
yellow. Anybody?
Look at the red yet?
Yeah.
Nice.
White. Oh, white's good.
White's good.
White's good.
What are they saying? Let's have a look to see what these lot think.
What do you lot think, guys?
Red.
Yellow. Red, not so keen. Red's a bit dull. Well, it's not dull, it's a lovely red, but against the green and the black, it overpowers it, I think. So you've got yellow. Blue's the same. Green's not going to work, so we've got green apple, so it's yellow, white, or grey. Black's not going to work.
Baby stuff. Oh, this is in regards to what they'd like us to stock. So
Yeah.
I was thinking baby stuff like blankets and bits.
We do have the teddy bears for those of you that are asking. I'm sure you've probably seen the teddy bears, the Mumbles bears that we do by now. But if you haven't seen them or are not sure, then please do let us know, and Anya can give you the link. So we do those. But yeah, teddy bears, that's always something that you can do, isn't it? Then we did see a while ago teddy bears with blankets that you rolled. Right,
Oh,
do
yeah.
you remember?
Yes, that was a while ago now.
Yeah, so second light on this. I'm going to preheat this very quickly. Then I'm going to get the patch tool. I'm actually going to put it on a jaunty angle. You could put it straight, but it looks a bit uniform, doesn't it? Whereas if you put it at a jaunty angle, then get rid of the silicone sheet. Actually, I like to cover it in a silicone sheet. Just keeps it from getting any press marks then off the press plate. So 5 seconds on the front, and then 15 seconds on the back. Medium pressure, but medium pressure doesn't mean, oh, like that. It does mean you still have to mark, see how it's marked the paper. You do still need, and marked there as I've done it between the two, you do still need to put pressure on. And we do have a great article on the blog talking about pressure, if you want links to that. 15 seconds on the back, and obviously one area each time. Anya's very quiet over there. She's not very helpful, is she, when I'm trying to count?
Got a tickle in my throat.
You got a tickle in your throat?
Yeah, trying not to choke.
Right, so we've got the best teacher, and then we've got the apple. So best teacher goes on first. Make sure you've got it on so it covers all the way around the outer edges, which will give it a beautiful seal after you've finished applying it. And this is gloss, so you need 8 to 10 seconds. One press on each area only. And again, you can see I am putting pressure on there, so you do need to still put pressure on. And then the last is the apple. And again, you could put your apple on straight or you could put it on jaunty. And again, as I was saying earlier, you don't have to follow these designs when using these cut files. You could just use the outer edges to cover the outer edges of the patches. But then you could put your own design on the middle. Or you could do a mixture of some of ours, but perhaps put your own names on or put your own greetings on. The choice really is yours. But these free cut files give you an opportunity to test the product, to use the product, give you some inspiration and starting point. To be able to then make your own designs going forward. But there you go. And you could match that up with a notebook, turn it into self-adhesive like we discussed earlier, or you could put some pens in there. You could make that into a apron, depending on what type of teacher it is. For example, my youngest, he's at college at the minute becoming a mechanic, so actually I would imagine he would like to put that on something that his mechanic teacher could use, probably a baseball hat. So we could actually put that on one of the hats and put it on the crest on the hat. And then it could be best mechanic and a wrench. It could be top mechanic or top dog or anything at all. It's entirely up to you. But as you can see, I'll try and catch that. It really does give you a really nice finish. I've got a couple of samples to share actually. I'll just pull them out from here. So this is the circle one. So you could make something fun and do that. So that's just got some turbo on there, some orange turbo, yellow to orangey turbo. So again, you see the design. Obviously you've seen the diamond. But here's another version of it. You could use this to propose. You could use it for a wedding announcement. You could use it on bridal. I've just thought bridals, dressing gowns. You could put that on there, couldn't you? You know, on the lapel bit, on the pocket bit.
Yeah, or on the back.
Or on the back, either or.
You could have two.
You could have two. You could have put it on sashes.
Yeah, all right. You know what?
You're getting excited. You want to get married now, don't you? Just so you can do it. Yeah, you just want all the patches on everything, don't you?
Have on the shoes, on the hat.
Now look at this. You could layer this like a pack of cards. And the blog we did do last week. Let me have a look, see if I can find the t-shirt. We did actually layer it to create a t-shirt design. Look at that, Anya. Found it? It's okay.
She's got
I've got it. So this was the design we made last week. So this is for a football, my grandson who's into football. And so along the same lines of football, you've got the red and the yellow card. And it's a bit of a standing joke in our house. So you've been yellow carded, you're on a warning. So this t-shirt is a bit of a joke on that. But you could do similar if you really wanted to. And again, the blog we've got does teach you how to layer these to create that same visual effect, or like the playing cards I showed you a moment ago. So there really is lots you can do with these. I'm dying to know what other tutorials you'd like us to bring you, or what other things, project ideas you'd like us to share. We've got so many different ideas. We just are brimming full of them, and it's hard sometimes to pick which one to go with next. So if there's something you'd like to see, then do let us know. But don't forget about that turning it into self-adhesive, which I think is really helpful. So use that silicone paper. Instead of applying your patch first, apply all your vinyl to it, your HTV, on that silicone paper so it doesn't stick, and then peel it off and use that transfer adhesive like we've shown you. And this will remain on our YouTube channel, so you can always revisit this live after tonight to re-watch that part if you want to see us doing that again and again and again, or any other part of any live that we do. They're all on the YouTube channel. So our patch twills are fabulous. They really do elevate your crafting, give you different choices, but used in the right way, they will make your designs stand out from everybody else's. And I think that's really helpful right now, because we all need to have an edge, and these will certainly give you that edge. And they're fun, they're enjoyable. And if you use them with your uniforms, use them with your kids clubs, adult clubs. Actually, do you know what? You could see this as Michael's tennis club emblem. My stepson runs a tennis club, and they're always struggling for things to use for different tournaments, golf clubs. There really is biking clubs, yeah, biking clubs, mountain climbing clubs for your dad. Yeah. So there really is something for everyone in these, and mix and match them with all the different HTV, and you'll get something really unique. Any further questions?
No, I don't think so.
Anybody got any further questions before we say goodnight? We will be back again tomorrow night on Instagram, so we'll show some different patches that we've created the designs for. So there's the oval that we've created a design for, and the what's the other one we've done it for? I've lost my train of thought. We've got the oval and the rectangle. Goodness me. To do tomorrow night on Instagram, so we will do that along with some other things. Might even do it on a teddy bear, you know. We could make a Paulie teddy bear with it, couldn't we?
Yeah.
That might be nice.
Yeah.
But come back and see what we do tomorrow night on Instagram at 8 p.m. And then, of course, we'll be back with you next Wednesday, 7 p.m. on TikTok, 8 p.m. on Facebook, and the following Thursday, obviously, as normal, 8 p.m. on Instagram. And I have something different to show you again next week. And if you're really lucky, the week after, I may just be bringing the Brother Scan and Cut for you to see. What do you think to that? Would you like to see the Brother Scan and Cut and see what it can do? It's a bit different to the other cutting machines due to its scanning capabilities. So you could scan this into the Brother Scan and Cut and create an exact replica shape and size as a cut file to either enhance it or lower it or whatever you want, so that it gives you some different possibilities. So the software on that is slightly different. It's preloaded with cut files, which is ideal, so you don't even need to use the internet if you don't want to. There really is something different about the Scan and Cut that I'm really quite keen to show you. So would you like to see that? Is there anything else you would like to see? And of course, don't forget that Crafting Live next week on the 9th and 10th of July at Doncaster. And we have free tickets that we've announced for tonight, but obviously we are going to do another draw this week, as well as that £10 gift voucher as well. So do keep your eyes peeled, and don't forget that 10% discount code, SUMMER10, and that will give you 10% off everything on the website, including our clearance and including those 3 vinyls I told you about that we've got a special offer on. That was the Flock, the Vented Eco and the Vented Glitter.
Yes.
You all right, Anya?
Yes, I forgot about that part. Just reminded me.
Yeah, even Anya forgot. She likes the Vented Glitter, so I can imagine that be slipping into her basket this week. So don't forget, join us next week. Any questions at all, do give us a shout, and we will be bringing you another blog later this week, so do keep your eye out on our posts. And lastly, but by no means least, have you seen the cut files on the website? We've got the blog, which is filled every week. We put a new cut file on there, a new blog, new tutorial, but then we've got an individual dedicated cut file section now, which has got over 600 cut files that are not on the blog. And they're all like 99p. So with your Summer 10, you'll get 10% off that as well. So it'll bring it down to 89p. And they are really different. There's some really good ones in there. There's some baby ones, there's some adult ones, there's some children's ones, there's cute ones, there's animals, there's pets, there's vehicles, there's summer designs, there's Christmas designs, obviously. There's all sorts of things in there, and it is definitely worth having a look, and suitable for all your different cutting machines. So, any questions before I go? No? Brilliant. Look forward to seeing you all again soon. Thank you very much for joining us, and have a good week.